Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
Yes, in a second.
What's going on, everybody? Chris Bacon here. Welcome to another episode of Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I'm also here with Mess Around Dave. How you doing today?
I'm good. It's been nice and hot today, so getting ready to talk about some SmackDown or SummerSlam rather.
Yeah, it was an okay one. We're also here with Christy Wilson, the EST of Between the Ropes. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good. Ready to talk SummerSlam. This should be fun.
Yeah, we had all high hopes for the pay-per-view or premium live event. And then, I don't know, it just underperformed. What do you guys think overall of the pay-per-view?
I thought it was pretty decent, so I didn't think it was that bad. It had its moments where it was really good, and then it seemed to drag a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just what I thought of it. Had a couple of really good matches.
There are some points that seem to drag out. What do you think, Dave?
Oh, he's got to find his cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some points in there where
I'm sure there were some moments he really enjoyed and some he did not.
Oh yeah, we'll go back here in a little bit.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
The event started out with Logan Paul and Ricochet. Due to an event I'm pretty sure happened with Logan Paul.
Right.
And his brother. So.
Yeah, the reason they started this match first was because Logan Paul had to go down to Dallas because his brother Jake had a fight coming that same night against Nate Diaz, which Jake Paul did win. And that's why they wanted to get it over and done with first, so Logan Paul could get on the plane and fly his butt down to Dallas to support his brother.
It worked. He got there.
It did work.
Got there pretty quick.
He got there pretty quick, and he didn't even change out of his gear or anything. I don't even think he showered before he left. I'm just like, this dude must smell. He was sweating against Ricochet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
overall, what do you think of the match?
I thought it was a pretty good match. It was not a bad match at all. I mean, it was a good way to start the show, that's for sure.
It was, and especially you had that promo with Ricochet's fiance, who's also the ring announcer for Raw.
Samantha Irvin, yep, that's her. And you could tell that when the camera cut to her face after Logan Paul won, she really did. She did. She had to, but she didn't want. You could tell from the look on her face, she did not want to do it, but.
No.
She's a professional, so she had to.
Yeah.
She really didn't want to do it.
No. What did you think of the Logan Paul match, Mess Around?
Banger after banger. Dude, Logan Paul is so amazing. The stuff that guy does in the ring for only having like over a year and a half of experience. Every time he gets in there, he puts on the show.
He does.
Definitely does. I feel like he's improving a lot. They need to figure out what to do with Ricochet.
They do. I don't know what they're doing with him is working right now. I mean, he's still this phenomenal, super talented, high-flying guy. He's just amazing in the ring. I just don't think they honestly know what to do with him.
No.
It kind of sucks because I like him and I think he's fantastic.
They should bring back a light heavyweight title and let Ricochet run with it.
Oh, like a cruiserweight?
Kind of like a cruiserweight?
No, the light heavyweight title. Remember when they had that?
Oh, light heavyweight. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think they might have had that one in the...
It was the early 2000s.
In the early 2000s, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's something to consider.
Yeah. Bring that back, and that way...
Because I don't think Ricochet's going to be touching either the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title. Unfortunately.
No, but if we have time, we'll get to Raw, because he kind of was involved in a match with that. Next one, I think it was the Brock Lesnar, right? And
Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Brock Lesnar.
That one.
The American Nightmare.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the lung power for that, but
No, I don't. I don't know how people like Samantha Irvin do it. I really don't. She's so good.
anybody that can do that's
Mhm.
really good.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
what'd you guys think of this match? Anybody can start off.
I liked it. It was.
Go ahead,
Go
Chrissy.
ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say I liked it. It was definitely personally for me. It was my match of the night. I mean, holy crap! They went back and forth. There were even moments so it looked like Brock was just constantly throwing Cody out of the ring, and he was making it before the count of 10, but it was getting longer and longer each time. And Cody just bounced back, and he just did really good. And that moment at the end, oh god,
Yeah. That was a
that
good
was
moment.
cool. That was so cool.
Dave?
Yeah, no, I liked the match. The match was like probably I'm gonna go with Chrissy on this one. Probably the match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Brock was like leaning out, standing over him, like "Save yourself, stop,"
Mhm.
like it's just
Yeah.
taunting him. And
Mm-hmm.
that moment at the end when he raised Cody's hand, he gave him a hug and whatnot.
Yep.
I guess that was like totally
Mhm.
unplanned. It wasn't supposed to
Mhm.
happen. So for
Yep,
Brock to
it
show
was.
that kind of respect to somebody with, without WWE having to tell him to do that,
Mm-hmm.
he just got it. He had to. He definitely earned Brock's respect.
When they both entered WWE 5 years apart.
They did.
Brock came in that instance. Brock came first before Cody.
He did.
I know you got Orton and Batista and all that, but just those two.
Yeah. Yep. Each
I-
had left WWE to do other things. In Brock's case, he went to MMA and had MMA and had success there. And Cody, we know the deal with him. He went to different promotions and started All Elite Wrestling.
Yep. And I thought it was interesting too. It seems like Michael Cole puts all of his energy into a match.
It does.
I mean, it's like just get stay down, stay down,
stay down, stay down.
Yeah.
He did say after the first time, he said, "Well, Brock just told me to tell Cody to stay down." And I'm like, that's not your place to tell him that.
No, but he always puts his energy into it, and
it does. He gives it his all every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's one of the best.
I'm trying to think of order of matches.
Next was the Battle Royal, wasn't it?
Okay. I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you think of the Battle Royal match?
For what it was, I mean, there was no special things. There was no special gimmick. It wasn't really like a match that had any meaning to it. There was no title shot on the line or nothing like that. So it's still
bragging rights.
Well, that, but it was more of a time filler thing, I would say. But it was really entertaining, especially at the last one. Almost came out and it was like, oh crap, I didn't know he was going to be in this.
I
didn't either.
I mean, I knew he was down in Detroit, but
we didn't know he was actually going to be in the match.
Yeah.
We didn't even think. I don't even think any of us knew he was going to be there.
I haven't seen him on TV in a while. I thought he might have been hurt or something, and then he just comes out of SummerSlam.
He probably was. I think
he might have been, and then he also, I think he also took some time because I saw some photos on social media where he got married.
Oh, okay.
So he'd taken time off to be with his wife and that sort of thing.
I find it interesting.
I think everybody knew that LA Knight was going to win it, and
I was gonna say, I feel like that was a match for LA Knight. And
they had to make up for the Money in the Bank because everybody was upset that he didn't win that.
Well, and that U.S. Title tournament, whatever it was, where he lost as well.
Yeah, but not only that, he kind of requested that match.
Yeah.
He's like, I need a match, this and that, and
I need a
Pierce
match.
is like, you know
somebody
what?
put me in a match.
Yeah.
SummerSlam Battle Royal. Here you go.
Right.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
With 24 other people. I think
I
it
was
was 25.
If LA Knight wasn't going to win, I want to Chad Gable to win it because that match he had last Monday on Raw against Gunter,
Yeah.
that was
That's
fire.
good. Fire.
That was like, for me, that was like up there with match of the year.
Right. Because that
Such
was a deserving match, I think.
It was.
Because Gable's so underrated. That dude, like,
He is.
I thought I was going to get
He's
some
good.
heat for it because I commented that on a wrestling site that they were talking about Gable, and I was like, dude is so underrated. And then, like, 10 people liked my comment. I'm like, oh, cool. I thought I was going to get heat for that, but 10 people agreed with me.
But it seems like, too, kind of like Ricochet, they need to use Gable more.
Well, something good did happen to Chad Gable on Raw, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I haven't watched all of Raw. I'm at the
okay.
I'm at the tag the Intercontinental Fatal 4-Way thing right now.
Yeah, that's the match I was referring to.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it later.
Next, wasn't it the going off the memory? It was the
what was
Finn
that?
Balor match, huh?
Yeah, it was Seth Finn. Yeah.
Oh, Seth versus Finn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I had a keen. I was really trying to keep my eye on it because of a certain gentleman holding the briefcase. Yeah. Damian Priest.
What do you think? What do you guys think of this match? I thought it was pretty good.
I thought so too because. Oh no, the next we'll do Finn versus Seth, but the match after that is one I don't really think we should talk about, but I think we're going to anyway. Okay, Finn versus Seth. Okay, I kept my eye on it because of Damian Priest, and he did show up along with the rest of Judgment Day, and I'm like, what are the other two doing here? I know why Damian's out here. What are these? What is Rhea and Dom doing there?
Dum
Cause of trouble.
Dum.
Did
you say dum?
This is not a museum.
It's not a museum now.
Not dum. It's
Dum.
We almost had that cash in from Damian Priest.
Almost. I
I
thought that's
thought
what
when
was
he
going to
came
happen.
down, he was gonna cash in and make it a triple threat, like that did back then.
Heist of the century.
Yeah.
Damian Priest was gonna have his own little version of the heist of the century. We'd call it the SummerSlam heist of the century.
Right.
That's
what I thought was gonna happen. Then he's like, I know everybody's like, oh, Damian cost Finn the match and whatnot, but he really didn't. He was trying to help. He put that briefcase in there for him to use, and then he got freaking curb stomped. So
Finn got curb stomped on the briefcase.
Yeah, any match you put Seth Rollins is going to be a banger.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a bad match with Seth Rollins in it. So,
and I thought it was cool. Oh, go ahead.
Seth he just knows how to put on a show, and he knows how to make people look good. I mean, Finn's good himself, so it doesn't take much to make Finn look good. But just a great match. Probably the second best match of the night.
Yeah, it was.
I can agree with that. I also find it interesting that they used shades of 2016 with some of the moves they did.
Oh.
In some of the same exact spots.
Yes.
Around ringside.
And then you had, I think it was Seth was wearing almost the same identical gear from that 2016 SummerSlam match. He was totally screwing with Finn's head here during that whole thing.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that.
Kind of like that one year at the Rumble where he came out in the Shield gear. He was screwing with Roman.
Oh, yeah. They were saying every time that he wears gear like that to mock his opponent, he usually loses.
Yeah. And then he did the polka dot during Cody Rhodes' match.
Oh yeah.
It
was because Dusty Rhodes had worn polka dots in his gear during his time as a wrestler.
Hey, I gotta say those freaking Croc boots he wore on Monday Night Raw.
That was awesome.
Coworker of mine only spoiled that one part of Raw for him. I said, just look out for Seth Rollins' giant shoes. That's all I'm going to tell you about it.
I want a pair.
Those big giant Crocs. Oh my god.
I want a pair.
They're probably like $500. I don't even know, but
Probably. I wonder how comfortable they are. And how to get them on is what I want to know. And how do you take them off?
yeah.
It's like those big giant red, I don't know what to call them, like Super Mario Brothers boots or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
You
those
wore
are
that
cool
one
too.
time. Oh my god. How do you
Those are
get
cool
those
too.
damn things on out and off?
That's a good question.
That's what I want to know. Inquiring minds would like to know.
Yes.
Very carefully.
Yeah. Sadly, I think we're going to this match we don't want to talk about.
No, Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey is an MMA rules match, and it was a.
What was MMA about it? There was nothing. There was no octagon. There was
no steel. There's no cage. There was no octagon. Nothing. There was no what's his name?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember his name.
Let's get ready to rumble.
That was one of them.
I kind of know who you're talking about, but
Dana White wasn't there to promote it. There's nothing.
Dana White wasn't there. Nope.
I heard
MMA
that.
and WWE. Boo.
I heard that when it was actually like when in attendance, because one of the reporters said this, or a reporter, that
they're trying to get Ronda back to the UFC.
When people were in attendance, they didn't hear the instructions that we got on TV.
No.
They
saw it. They're like, bathroom break.
Right. Well, and that's the reason why it
Get
was
some
like
more food from the concession stands. Yeah.
I'm just glad this match. I'm just glad the match wasn't long and drawn out.
No, it wasn't. It's only like 7.5 minutes, is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's why I was kind of disappointed.
I got the thing here on Wikipedia, by the way.
Hey, the best part was after she won, they're like, "Thank you, Shayna, for getting it."
But no,
I think this was Ronda's last match. No, go ahead. I was gonna say this also was reportedly Ronda Rousey's last match, because I think she put out something on either Twitter or Instagram saying, "You're the reason I got into WWE. Now I have no reason to stay." And I'm like, goodbye. See you later.
Originally,
get out of here, Ronda.
Originally, I had Ronda winning, but right before the match, I changed because I was like, "Wait, this is Ronda's last match. It does no good for her to win whatsoever."
No, it doesn't.
No.
I had Shayna winning the whole time.
I did too.
Yeah.
But no, I was kind of disappointed. No cage, no octagon.
Yeah.
I even studied the rules because I don't watch a lot of MMA, so it's like
I don't either.
Underwhelming.
I used to back in the day. I don't watch much anymore.
No, I wasn't big into it anyway.
I wasn't either, but I thought it was interesting and I don't watch a lot of AEW either, maybe once in a while, but they did it, and they actually had the octagon.
They did. It was Jake Hager, who used to be Jack Swagger in WWE, versus Wardlow in an MMA style match, and they had a cage.
Yeah.
They had it all pretty much. I mean, and the AEW officials did know the rules, so they knew exactly what to do. And actually, it wasn't too bad. I think it was definitely better than this disaster of a match that only lasted 7.5 minutes.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank God.
So, probably from the shortest women's match of the evening to the longest match in SummerSlam women's history.
Oh, yeah. Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Yeah. Another match I had my eye on as well because of a certain lady with the briefcase.
Right. And this one was successful, but we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah, good idea.
What do you think of the original match?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I think it's like every time you put Charlotte and Asuka in a ring, they tend to bring out the best in each other. Yeah. They do. And then you add the added element of Bianca in there, and I think it was just a really, really it was just a really good match. The grossest part was Asuka spitting in Charlotte's face while Charlotte had Bianca in the figure 8. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah. Like, come on, Asuka, really? That mist stuff to me is it's getting old, and it's still ugh. It's still disgusting.
Yeah, it's been a while been around for a while, that move.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, it was a good match. I feel like Charlotte's becoming one of those who's putting people.
I got a helicopter flying over and mute myself.
Oh, okay.
I feel like she's there to put people over.
Hmm.
I mean, she wants to win. Don't get me wrong, but
Obviously, but that's not her primary focus anymore. It's to help
She
people
got-
like Asuka, like Bianca, get over with fans.
yeah,
She did with Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
at
I
one
think it was
point,
flying
over.
low.
Oh,
I had a
Well,
helicopter just pass over me. It was flying kind of low. I'm like, what the hell?
yeah.
uh-oh.
Anyway,
I've heard helicopters fly pretty close to my place, and I was just like, "Yo, get out of here!"
it was loud. But anyway, I thought the match was
Was.
good. I liked the Miz part. You knew it was going to come at some point because that's Oscar for you. That's what she does. But
The Miz.
when when Bianca got hurt the first time, I didn't really notice it. But I was like, oh, they put up the X sign. It must be real.
But no,
I didn't see the.
Right now.
I didn't see the X either. I just thought Bianca was selling it really well.
No, well, you need to stop back by and grab that milk before you go out Nana's. Stop back by and grab that milk, take it out Nana's.
So, by the
Yeah.
way, I had predicted Asuka would retain the title in this match. I got it wrong.
Well, either way, if you got it right,
In terms of the cash-in, yeah, I got it right. It's who won the actual match before the cash-in is what I got wrong.
I had Charlotte winning with Io cashing in.
Yeah.
So.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I had Asuka retaining with Io cashing in.
I had Charlotte and then Io cashing in.
Right. And
Partial
but
right.
it was Bianca who won, and then Io comes out with Bailey.
Once Bianca got hurt, I knew she was going to win. I'm like, because it makes sense for Io to cash in on somebody's already hurt. I'm like, oh, Bianca's going to win.
It's happened plenty of times before in the past with cash-ins. Sometimes the person is injured, and the person cashing in the briefcase usually takes advantage of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. That's right when she got hurt. I'm like, yeah, Bianca's winning this, and she getting cashed in on. That's exactly what happened.
So what was interesting about Bianca's, result was, I think she held the title originally for like 420 something days.
She had the longest title reign, and then she had
one of the longest. Yep.
Yeah, and then the shortest at like
2 minutes.
50 something seconds. I can't remember.
Almost 3 minutes, pretty much.
It was 95 seconds or something like that.
95 seconds, yeah.
So
that's short.
3
Charlotte
minutes.
held the SmackDown Women's title for a very, very short amount of time before Bailey cashed in on her.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank 2019, if I remember correctly.
It would have been funny if Charlotte did win and then she got cashed in.
It would be the fourth time.
It would be the fourth time.
Because we cashed in by Carmella. I think I pointed this out last week. That Charlotte had been cashed in by Carmella, by Bailey, and by Nikki Cross when she was Nikki ASH. And if Io had cashed in on her, that would have been number 4.
Hey, the best part though was after the match when my girl Dakota Kai came out.
Yeah, because after Io hit Bianca with a moonsault when she cashed in the briefcase.
That was the best part of SummerSlam, seeing Dakota Kai.
I thought it was Io winning. I thought it was Io winning the.
Io did. Io won Io cashed in, hit Charlotte with a moonsault. 1, 2, 3. She wins. She celebrated with Bailey, and then Dakota came out, and they celebrated together. And
that was weird.
I think Dakota posted some pictures online showing her and Io and Bailey hanging out, and it ironically had been 1 year since they debuted together as Damage Control. So
at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's SummerSlam, exactly.
Best
but
part
Dakota's not cleared. Yep, Dakota's still not cleared. Her injury's going to take a while.
I don't care. I still got to do.
She'll be back though, and
I think she'll be around.
And mess around you will be, hard eyes and all that stuff at her when you see her.
I think she'll be around.
She'll be around.
Somebody was saying, I don't know if it's true, but they're like, yeah, it's because somebody's like on a wrestling thread was like, Dakota Kai is so cute, and somebody's like, too bad she's not into men.
I think I just think she's one of those people that she just doesn't care.
Right.
As long as the person is good to her, she doesn't matter who she falls in love with.
True.
Anyways, moving on next match.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the Intercontinental title match? Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Bathroom break. That's all I'm gonna say.
I didn't mind the match. I mean,
It was good.
it could have been better.
No, I knew Gunther was going to win. They want him to break the Honky Tonk Man's record. They want him to break it, and then that's when they will put him up against someone who will beat him.
Chad Gable.
I can only hope. Maybe. Can Chad
That'd be
Gable
really
last
bad.
until early September when Gunther passes the Honky Tonk Man? I think maybe.
I have a feeling they're going to put this on a Raw.
Yeah, probably. It's either Raw or no, they can't do it at Payback. That's September 2nd, I think.
Yeah.
My birthday.
So I don't think that's going to happen. They're going to have to do it on an episode of Raw.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, that's the only. Say what?
How long was Honky Tonk's?
When was a Honky Tonk? I'm looking it up right. 454 days.
And Gunther is at.
I think he's inching closer. Let's see, Gunther. He won it June 10th, 2022.
So over 400 days so far.
About that. So he's getting closer to 454.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Payback will have to be. I mean, they can do 2 pay-per-views.
They could. I think they got. I think Fastlane is what's coming up. Let me see here. Payback.
Yeah, and then Fastlane.
That's September 2nd in Pittsburgh. Next pay-per-view after this is NXT No Mercy, but that's for NXT, and that's September 30th. Fastlane is October 7th in Indianapolis.
And then there's probably going to be a Saudi Arabia show somewhere in there.
Oh God, I hate these Saudi Arabia shows.
I know. But I think within
even though I did the Drew McIntyre match, the reason I didn't care for it because I can't stand Drew McIntyre. But
I like Drew McIntyre.
For what it was a good match.
It was.
Did his thing. There were times when I thought, Drew was going to potentially win, but especially when he hit that Claymore.
Oh God! When he hits that Claymore, you know there's a high likelihood that the match is over.
Right, and then he kicked out.
But Gunther kicked out, so there you go.
And did you see Gunther's chest? Oh my God, it looked bad. He got Drew chopped it pretty good.
Oh God, I never thought I'd see the day when Gunther's the one whose chest is totally red.
Right.
I never thought. Because he's usually doing it to someone else, and someone else's chest is about ready, like the blood vessels are about ready to explode right out of their chests.
Right.
He chops them so damn hard.
And then we go to our final match, the main event of
Tribal Combat.
SummerSlam. Yep.
Tribal Combat.
Which
it'd be funny if the referee.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if the referee's in the middle. Fight.
The match was good in itself, but I mean, just the way that they said this match was going to be like Tribal Combat, family's not supposed to get involved, and then it did.
Yeah, I was confused on that.
I wasn't expecting 2 people just interfering in the whole damn thing. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, okay, nobody from the family, not Jimmy, not Solo, not Rikishi, not the Wild Samoans, not The Rock. Nobody from the Anawahi family was supposed to interfere in this match.
And I tried to find that information.
And I think there might have been a reason why.
Right.
And then somebody
there might have been a reason why.
Because Solo and Jimmy got involved, that they were going to, the elders were going to come out and strip brains of the tribal chief.
The tribal chief title, yeah. The lei thing that he wears across his shoulders, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck that thing is, I don't know what it is.
Lei or something like that.
It's some sort of lei, I guess. I don't know.
They had a whole thing on SmackDown.
Yeah.
They're gonna strip him over Solo.
Yeah, true.
That'd be funny.
But something did actually happen, and it did get reported today involving this match. At some point, I think early in the match, Roman got hurt. They don't know how bad the injury is or how severe it is. So
apparently not that bad.
I think it's probably not that bad. Knowing that Roman will probably not be at Payback or Fastlane.
Yeah, he's not reported.
They'll give him plenty of time. If he is injured, he'll have plenty of time to recover.
He's not
Well, I
reported
did hear
for that.
they changed the inning. Jimmy was supposed to come and turn after the match.
Right, but it was during the match. We see
Yeah,
the
then they
dude in the
decided to-
hoodie come and pull Jay out, and then it's Jimmy. It's Jimmy, and I'm like, what?
It's fun. It's
Oh,
funny
you
how
bastard!
it's funny how today I was going through, I think, TikTok or something like that, and they had Jimmy and Jay talking, and they were saying that one day at a WrestleMania,
Oh, I shared that in the group chat.
yeah, it would be cool to see, Jimmy and Jay go at it. But
Yeah, they both won that match.
Yeah,
they both won it, but it looks like they're going to get it now that we've had this turn.
Yeah, but WWE's worried, waiting that long.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's going to be in a couple pay-per-views. Sometime soon it'll happen.
Yeah. So my best bet would be Fastlane in October.
Well, you really can't drag it on till Mania because that's too long to drag it on.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and already people think this whole Bloodline storyline has jumped the shark anyway.
Well, you could do two. You could do two matches. You could do.
You could.
One at one of these pay-per-views, and then the second one you can go, I want a rematch.
Or what you could do is you could write one of them off TV until Mania.
Probably.
And then they come back and they have their Mania match.
True, you could do that. There's also been reports of a fatal four-way or four-way match.
I've heard of that. But I think the thing with that is, I think that would depend on if Solo decides to turn on Roman.
I thought he was going to. There's a moment when
I thought he was too. I mean, they gave some indications that Solo was going to turn on Roman, but it never happened.
So they're looking like Roman like he's going to do it. I'm sitting there going, do it, Solo, do it.
Yeah, spike him.
That would have been epic.
Yeah, I think the crowd would have exploded had Solo actually done the Samoan spike on Roman.
Right.
But Roman's supposed to be on SmackDown this week.
He is. He is advertised for SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah.
Probably the last time we'll see him for a while.
Yeah,
probably.
If he's injured, then I think he's going to take time off to recover from whatever this injury is that he got during this match.
Yeah.
Right. I heard too. Brock's scheduled for payback.
That's weird.
Or he was.
Who would he go up against? He was. I don't know what's going on with that.
He's supposed to be out of action
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's scheduled to come back in a few months, but right now I think
that was a goof up on.
So that's
WWE's part.
So that's it for SummerSlam card. What grade would you guys give it overall?
B minus.
B minus C.
I'm gonna go.
I think there's a lot of opportunities you could have had. With that.
I'm gonna give it a C plus. I wasn't really too big on this one.
Yeah, definitely not one of their best SummerSlams.
And especially when there's reports of, Orton's, even if he came out to greet the fans or whatever, he was there. He could have done something.
He could have, but he's not medically cleared. I think his back is just, I don't know.
But I mean, you could have had him on commentary. You could have had him.
You could have.
Do other things, backstage interview or just something where, hey, I'm here. Yeah.
You could have, if they did a backstage segment, they could have shown Randy Orton with the headset on, helping to produce, say, a match or a segment or something like that. They could have shown him, and that could have made people happy.
Yeah.
But, they didn't show him or anything like that. And then there's the whole Bray Wyatt stuff. I mean, this guy is still getting predicted to come back at practically every pay-per-view since he was at the Rumble and that pitch black match against LA Knight. He has not. Yeah, I don't know.
Is he even still around to play?
I don't know. Supposedly he has some sort of illness. I'm thinking he's pissed off and frustrated.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with Vince being back in the picture.
Yeah, I think that may have caused Bray to go, no, I can't do this. I don't want to do this.
But apparently at the moment he's out of action. Vince-
He is. He's of a
And-
so-called
I did see a comment that the Undertaker made about Bray Wyatt, and he said he thought that Bray needed to go back to his original character, which was Bray from the Wyatt
I
family.
heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
But supposedly Bray doesn't want to do that. He wants to take his in-ring character and have it evolve and be unique and different than any other character, than anyone else. He doesn't want to be cookie cutter.
Right.
I didn't think
It's just so hard for his ideas to really translate, especially when you have the creative powers that be backstage not completely understanding what it is he's trying to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talented. He's a great in-ring competitor. I mean, we've seen it so many times over the years.
I was disappointed that Orton didn't come back either because I heard there's rumors he was actually spotted in Detroit.
Supposedly.
So,
but you could use him in different roles.
Yeah. It's like I told Chris, they could have shown, like, if they'd done like a backstage segment, they could have just like briefly shown Orton either probably with the headset on producing, like as a producer. If you just showed him even just for 5 seconds, people would have probably been happy about that.
Right.
But they want him to come back as an in-ring competitor, and his back might not be able to hold up.
You could have showed him in the audience or in the crowd.
You could have. With his wife and family just cheering on whoever he's cheering for.
According to his dad, though, he's going to come back. Randy's going to do what he wants to do, and he's not concerned with the doctors say.
Well,
everybody knows their body and their health. So I mean,
yeah.
If you think he can come back, come back. I mean,
yeah. Well, he has to take the doctor's opinion into consideration. It's like, okay, do I really want to, come back knowing that my back might not be able to, I might not be able to physically hold up because of my back. You never know.
Right, and then he's got kids too, so he's got to think about that too.
He's got children. He's got children, stepchildren. He's got and a wife. He's got to think about them.
Yeah.
We miss Randy Orton too, Dragon Viper.
How many kids did he have? 2 already?
2, and I think when he married his wife, does he have one on the way?
They did.
No, I don't know.
In a group chat, I posted that, and it was like for a birthday gift. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I know he's got 2 kids, and then he and his wife brought in, I think, about 3 kids of her own from a past relationship. So blended family.
And he needs the money.
Good movie.
Not that he needs more,
the
but
money. He needs more of this.
So we're not going too deep into Raw, but Dave, what do you think of Raw so far? Of what you saw?
Yeah, I thought the opening segment with Cody was good, and Seth coming out and being like, "Hey, you came out and you're trying to challenge me for
giant Crocs."
I'm gonna repay the favor.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I was like, please please do not revisit this feud, please, God, no.
And then they come out and they're like, "Hey, you think you get to make matches around here? We're the ones that run Raw."
I think it was interesting.
Judgment Day showed up.
And then I watched a little bit of the 4-way thing. I know that Chad Gable won it. I don't know how.
Yeah, that was gonna.
And
is it gonna be Gunther? Boy.
That's where I was at. I hope he does beat Gunther because Chad Gable definitely deserves the title.
He does.
I know he's had tag team titles in the past, but he needs an individual singles title because that dude, what he does in the ring. That match against Gunther, like I said earlier, last week was fire.
Yeah.
So
he showed what he could do.
Go ahead.
Any matches that Chad Gable's in, like it's quality good match. I mean, he has good matches with like nobodies. Sometimes like mid card guys, not nobodies, because he obviously you're somebody who make WWE. But
yeah, true.
Those
Crocs
that Seth, they're about about $800.
Ooh.
Wow, that's $800.
Yeah.
I'll never spend on a pair of Crocs.
$800
I'll
for those
buy
giant
it,
oversized Crocs. Oh my god!
I mean,
I still want to know how he was able to get them on and get them off.
So
one foot at a time.
Dragon Viper is saying, I don't know if anybody's covered it. On here, I just got here, but today marks 12 or 13 years ago when Seth signed with WWE.
I think he started in Florida Championship Wrestling. I think it was before NXT existed. Yeah.
Right. Chad Gable's gimmick is boring. He says.
Shush.
Dragon
Viper may think it's boring, but fans love the shush please, but thank you. They like that stuff. Just like they like LA Knight when he says, "Let me talk to you." Yeah, they like that.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's true.
They like it when Cody says, "So,
that's Cody.
What do you want to talk about?" That's Cody. Yeah. They like Seth Rollins' crazy suits and giant oversized Crocs. So
Big B was in Minneapolis.
He was. I was hoping he would be here, so we'd be able to talk to him about his perspective because he was actually there.
Yeah.
His phone. Yeah, mess around. His phone's gonna die on him.
Okay.
So.
But yeah, I was wondering how the pop was.
To Dragon Viper's opinions, I'm not getting into the whole LA Knight thing. Well, I was just saying he's just one of those people. People like certain individuals. They gravitate towards different things because it just appeals to them.
Yeah,
they like that sort of thing. Like I think LA Knight's pretty cool. So, like,
I wonder how that pop was when his music hit. You know, and you're there.
Music.
Yeah,
I'm sure super loud, and you're like, it's like I can't hear anything.
Those pyro were like really loud or something.
Pyros, I know. So even when Cody coming out, and they do the whoa, and then boom, 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 with the pyro behind them. I'm like, yikes! That's got to be insanely loud if you're actually there in person.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of questions, but
there is.
I mean, Raw overall seemed better.
Yeah.
You had somewhat new commentary teams.
Yeah, well, it's just Michael Cole and Wade Barrett just switching from SmackDown to Raw.
Yeah, and then you got Corey and Kevin Patrick going to SmackDown.
Yeah, with Michael Cole's still gonna with Michael Cole, exactly.
Yeah,
this is one of those. I don't know. I miss Pat McAfee. You know,
I do too.
With him around, it's like Michael Cole was just having the most fun he's probably ever had in his career.
He's having fun now, but I feel like
he is, but it's just not the same thing. You know, it's like you're not having like when Shinsuke Nakamura's music hits, you're not having Pat McAfee on the table just dancing and going saying things like, "Have you ever felt lightning before, Michael Cole?"
or he's kind of on the table like, "This is awesome," kind of thing.
That was too good. Oh God, it's like I've said, LA Knight is proof that just because you have a name change and change companies doesn't mean you could be better. You could be better wrestling on the mic. Wow.
But it also helps too because
kind
of like he was just saying, it may not say TNA didn't work out Impact,
right?
But it works in WWE.
Yeah,
this gimmick may work here compared to the others. You just gotta find that fit.
And certain fan bases like certain things. Like WWE fans are loving LA Knight. He's gotten over with the crowd just so naturally and organically.
And I think this is my thought, majority of the fans that are in or attending wrestling events are probably those that are wanting to be entertained. They don't care about storylines per se.
Right.
Things making sense. Maybe those diehard fans do, but a lot of the kids and up-and-coming fans, they just want to be entertained.
Yeah.
And I think
they see this guy wearing. Yeah. Well, in WWE's case, the kids see this dude with the shades, and he says things like, "Let me talk to you," and they like that.
Right. They are
and
entertained.
so do their moms and dads. LA Knight
The
is
older crowd is
boring.
for
Oh,
the
come on.
wrestling part.
Yeah.
The younger crowd's there for the entertainment. So you kind of
Yeah,
mix
they
the
want the
two.
entertainment. And this Raw kind of got hindered a little bit by some news that broke before the show happened. It was Sonya Deville disclosing she'd torn her ACL. This was reported by TMZ. And then she later posted a video on her own Twitter talking about it a little bit. She was not, look, you could see clearly in her eyes, she was pretty sad. So I don't know what's going to happen with the women's tag team titles. By the way, have a nice night at work, Dragon Viper.
Yeah. It sounds like they're going to be dropped.
Vacated? Yeah,
like a hot potato.
Yeah, pretty much. You already have three female tag teams already, but you're not utilizing them. You have Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. You have Caden Carter, and I'm not going to call her by her ring name, Casey Catanzaro. Right. You also have Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I think I heard with Alba Fire, she's taking care of some visa issues. So once those are settled, then she's going to be able to come back. But you have those three. The only other tag team I think you can form, and I've been wanting these two to get back together for a long time because they got split up by the draft, it's Natalya and Tamina. That would be something. Do like a little mini tournament or something.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a tournament.
There's probably something like that. That would be my idea.
Now, what could be interesting would be, I don't know if this would work, but Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark.
I think that might be something. Because obviously they're working together. They've got the storyline going on with Becky Lynch. So I wonder if Trish Stratus has one more good title run left in her. I think she does. I mean, clearly, if you watched her like Night of Champions, I mean, she still got it.
Yeah.
She still got it. And Zoe is a beast in the ring, and she's a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. So it might work. I don't know. It depends on if they want to do it or not.
Right. Maybe Zoe's like, I don't mind being a helper here, so to speak.
Right.
I'm not ready for the tag scene yet.
Probably not. No.
But that's usually how they start out originally. It's like, is it a tag?
Sometimes,
is it a tag team? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what they're doing is better. A name I haven't heard in a while resurfaced today, Nia Jax.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like,
they've been talking about her for the last 24 hours.
Right.
Who knows?
I think last time we saw her was in the Royal Rumble when she came back for the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and there's reports then that she was going to be signed. And I think that is true, or was true, and still is true. They're just trying to find that point where she can come back, wants to come back, the right fit.
They can persuade her to come back, yeah.
The one person that is going to come back, and this person has a few more shows where she's at.
Yep.
Kairi Sane.
I heard.
She will be coming back.
She will be coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah. She did a press conference. She streamed a press conference, I think, on YouTube. I didn't hear her say WWE, though.
Well,
maybe I might have missed it or something. Yeah. There was a rumor going around that Tony Khan and Kenny Omega were trying to persuade her to come to AEW, but she just said no thanks.
So maybe there's a reunion with Asuka.
Maybe.
Or a feud.
Maybe. Like, I think I would rather see...
You cost me my shot or something like that. I don't know.
It's like your fault.
Yeah.
So...
WWE's merger agreement with Endeavor is supposed to be finalized in September. No clue if Vince McMahon's going to be in the picture.
Get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him.
Please. I mean, he's there right now, kind of. But...
He's there right now, and I'm just like there's certain elements of this I keep saying, is that Vince doing that, or is it Triple H doing the booking here? What's going on? Because there's some elements that are really bad.
It's all him.
Is it really?
No,
I don't
but
know.
He says it is.
He says it is. It's like I'm like, nope, you are lying. I am still suspecting there's a power struggle going on between him and Vince McMahon.
Yeah, and I think
I don't
Endeavor's
know.
just sitting back.
Yeah, they're just letting
Endeavor's sitting
everything
back going,
unfold. It's like, let's watch
mhm.
everything happen. And they better get rid of him
Maybe
because I
everybody
think
hears that,
he's still under I
that
think he's
one.
still under investigation for those sexual misconduct charges, the allegations that came out. I think last year. They're still looking into. I think authority. I think that
Yeah,
they're still looking into it.
and at some point, I think the government could come after him, but that's nothing here or there.
Yeah, and also I think he's still got some lawsuits pending against him. So I think if I was Endeavor,
so
I'd cut him. I would just say, cut him loose. Like right now would be a good time.
Hey Vince, I
put Triple.
was going to do the.
Hey Vince, no, we're not going to do your.
No, that would be Endeavor. That would be Endeavor.
That would be Endeavor saying that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Stephanie McMahon, you're hired. As if she wants to come back.
I don't know if Stephanie wants to do that anymore.
I don't know either. She's been pretty much been a part of WWE has been a part of her life pretty much all of her life, I think. So
I think she's doing something behind the scenes.
Really? Yeah, I was like, does she really want to? I don't think she wants to be on camera.
Yeah.
I don't think she wants to be like an on-screen figure. I think she'd rather be behind the scenes rather than be in front of the camera with a mic in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I think it's
true.
Getting the rest of the year, especially the lead up to September.
Payback coming.
Maybe some call-ups. Maybe some call-ups coming soon.
Maybe. One name I heard might be coming up. Maybe is Cora Jade. I don't know how ready she is, but she might be coming up. I don't know.
Released.
Something like I said she was leaving.
Yeah.
Said she was leaving NXT, and I'm like, you're leaving. Thanks.
Well, yeah, technically, I'm not going to be back for the NXT.
Right, she's not coming back. So I'm saying she's going to either Raw or SmackDown. And with women's division in WWE, kind of depleted a bit.
What would be a good fit for her? Because I don't watch NXT all that much.
I keep thinking maybe. I'm probably going to say maybe Monday Night Raw. It wouldn't be a bad place for her to go. And if you were to call up Roxanne Perez to the main roster, I could probably see her on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's just me.
I think that'd be a good fit.
It wouldn't be too bad.
No.
I mean, Roxanne Perez is already like a rising star, and I think it's only going to get. She's just going to keep getting better as time goes on. It's just amazing what she can do. Same with Cora Jade too.
Do you think JD McDonough?
JD McDonough? Judgment Day? I think they might have given an indication of that on Raw when he was spotted attacking Sami Zayn. And speaking of Sami Zayn, it was known as a bursa sac on his elbow. It's kind of like protruding out a little bit. It's not a major sign of anything. It could be. It couldn't be painful. That explains why Shinsuke Nakamura was in that main event 6-man tag team match on Raw last night. So, and then he goes off and kicks Seth, and I'm like, I wonder if this is a lead up to a new feud, basically.
Yeah.
Seth versus Shinsuke. Because I really don't know how much further you can go with Seth versus Finn.
One thing I want to bring up, and it was, I think, on last Friday's episode of SmackDown, Street Profits turned heel.
I think. They did. Yeah.
Joining alliances pretty much with Bobby Lashley.
It's
What do you think of
interesting.
that? 'Cause it's going to be an
I never-
interesting.
Yeah, I never really thought that would happen because you used to seeing them being like happy and everything like that and being funny and saying we want the smoke and all that. But to see them turn heel like they did, I was like, yikes.
I think you could probably do
This is something I'm
both.
going to have to get used to.
I think you could probably do both sides with Street Profits.
Yeah.
The rough and tough Street Profits,
Rough
and
and tough, and then heels.
The
You
more-
can have them as heels or on faces.
yeah, I think you can mix and match between.
Yeah. Kind of switch
depending
off
on
a
the
little bit.
situation.
Yeah. It's possible.
I mean-
Like I said, it's just something we got to get used to. And also, the New Day came back.
Yeah, minus Big
Xavier
E.
Woods and Kofi. Yeah, and in Big E's case, I don't know if he's gonna wrestle again because the
Yeah,
producer, I think his doctors told him, you know what, just don't do it. You don't want to risk paralysis or anything like that. But he has talked about wanting to be on commentary, and I'm like, Big E on commentary would be fun.
hey, he's done it a couple times.
He's done. Oh yeah,
He's
he
done
sounds great every time. He's funny. He's smart. He's funny. It works.
I can see him sitting down going, "You want a pancake? Pancake? Pancake?" Anybody?
You want some booty? You want some bootios?
Yeah. Or he's
Bootios for everyone.
he's reading the script or whatever
And he kind of goes off it a little bit by adding like a funny joke or something like that. And
Today's
he can't help
episode
but laugh.
Today's episode of SmackDown is brought to you by Bootios. Just to be funny. Market their own product or something.
Yeah. I could see him like he
Once.
does that, and then Michael Cole can't help but laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of laughing going on when McAfee was doing his dancing on the table, but you know.
Right.
It would be funny.
Good time.
I mean, we've seen former wrestlers transition to commentary, and a lot of them have transitioned really, really well. You have Corey Graves used to be in NXT. He's doing commentary and he's been doing it for years. Booker T's doing it on NXT, and he's great.
He's okay. I don't think he's the best.
Well, when he's not when he's not logging into DoorDash to order something like chicken parmesan. The fan who caught him actually doing that.
Did he actually do that?
Yes, he did. Logged into his DoorDash app on his phone and he ordered himself some dinner.
Hey, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
The man's hungry. You gotta let him. He probably hadn't eaten all day. You got Wade Barrett now working with now in commentary too. So
Wade Barrett,
and he's pretty good.
Wade Barrett, as far as like former wrestlers, Wade Barrett's probably better than Booker T.
Yeah.
Booker T can be a little more hyped at times.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not as hyped as
McAfee.
No.
No.
Part of the Chase U.
Oh yeah, Thea Hale.
Yes. Not as hyped as her, but pretty hyped.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, well, something tells me Booker T does not drink 5 to 7 Monster Energy drinks a day.
I think Thea Hale drinks about 20 and 2 cups of coffee.
Speaking of Thea Hale, Rey Mysterio was on NXT, and he actually got to speak to her a little bit.
Yeah.
And she started to kind of like, because last week's episode, she was very down after she lost to Tiffany Stratton at the Great American Bash. And he gave her some advice, and she just started to come back to her usual hyper self. And he even got to speak to Roxanne Perez. I'm like, someone take a picture of this. This is epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the legend, the Hall of Famers giving advice to the new up and coming young stars for wrestling. It's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
I loved it.
I think it's good.
Absolutely loved it.
I like how they're mixing and matching.
Mm-hmm.
The current stars or past stars to kind of mix and match with the younger crowd.
Oh yeah.
I think it's good.
It is. I like it.
I think that's pretty much it for the evening.
A lot to cover. SummerSlam injury news.
It's going to be a fun ride, though.
Yes.
So as we close out, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts are it's going to continue to be an interesting week of wrestling with SmackDown coming up on Friday, and then Definitely the AEW front seat. I think Collision's going to bounce back because they did lose a huge chunk of viewership because, ironically, SummerSlam started at the same time as Collision did on TNT. So we'll see. I think they'll bounce back, and we'll definitely see how everything happens from here on out.
They need to find something because college
Yeah, they
football
do.
is starting up soon.
Oh yeah,
That's
there's
going
a
to
lot
take
of talk about that's going to occupy a lot of people, but I think right now they're going to get a lot of their viewership back.
Yeah, but
until
I mean,
at least college football. So yeah, AEW is going to be facing college football. WWE's got to deal with Monday Night Football. Yeah, boy, here we go.
Yeah,
should be
and
interesting.
I mean, NXT is NXT. They're on a Tuesday.
Yeah, so that's not gonna. It's not. That's not. None of those things are going to affect them.
No.
No.
But thank you guys for watching, tuning in to Between the Ropes. We'll be back next week for a new episode. Hopefully, get the whole crew back on the show, and hopefully, and we'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy preseason football this week.
Oh yeah.
Another step closer to real football.
Oh yeah.
So enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a great evening.
Good night.